Nadia, could you tell me a bit about your experience of bladder weakness, please?
Oh, crikey, yes. It's been quite a road for me. I mean, certainly I'd never experienced it at all before I had children. I had children late, my first one at 38, second one at 42. And to say it was a shock is to put it mildly. But for me, when it got so much worse was after my menopause.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did put on a bit of weight again after my menopause, and it's so much harder to lose it after menopause. I mean, it's just a different ball game, which I know a lot of people will identify with. So that was really the trigger. I mean, so many things happened when menopause. I just felt, I was losing my hair, I was putting on weight, my skin was so dry and itchy, my eczema came back, and also my bladder weakness got worse. So I was in a really, really dark place, actually. I don't know if you can call it depression, but I just certainly did feel like I'd come to the end of something. That was how it was feeling, and I felt really, really dark.
The word in itself, incontinence, it's a very medicalized word, and also it is wrapped around that concept of growing older, actually.
Yeah.
But 1 in 3 women will experience incontinence or bladder weakness at some point in their lives, and it's not just a normal part of aging.
Well, this is it, isn't it? We just think it is.
And that's what we call a health limiting belief in psychology. Having the belief that this is it, this is just how things are, this is the case, stops us from taking the steps to finding long-term solutions.
Right.
And another health limiting belief is, well, it's just part of getting older,
Yeah.
it's just part of having had kids. All these things, they really prevent us from finding solutions. But actually, they are incorrect. And also, so many people, they hide this. And so another person, say for instance a partner, could feel perhaps there is something wrong with them because they sense that lack of communication.
Yeah, exactly.
So in terms of...
She's a bit miserable.
Yeah.
What's the matter with her?
Yeah.
She can't get on the roller coaster anymore. What's the matter with her? And
Especially-
you can actually, when you're nervous about it, you can actually be quite aggressive. Oh, I just don't want to. Or don't ask me. I don't want to go. I don't want to go out. Or I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Because you just don't want anybody to actually ask you the question. So I think, like everything else in life, like I always say to my kids, problem shared is a problem half. Communication, being able to talk about it. And as women, to get beyond the point of just going, oh, don't make me laugh, I'll wet myself, and actually go, well, how... Actually, it's got a bit worse for me than that, because I think if women talk more openly about it, and I think they find out that that's so many women are feeling the same, then we can remove some of that shame, some of that isolation. And I think that's really... I mean, I'm a professional oversharer. I'm on a show, and I've been on a show for the last 20 years where I'm talking the whole time about everything and anything. But still, I found it difficult to first talk about it, and because I think it is a massive taboo.
But also, women put up with so many symptoms too, but they really don't have to. There are other methods that aren't just using pads, aren't just being scared of those hilarity moments, as you say, can really get to grips with the core of the issue. And without talking about it, though, women don't know these options too. So it's incredibly important to share. So,
And let's be honest.
yes.
Who thought of that?